All right, traders, we got a few minutes until the market opens on up. Let's go ahead and talk about the plays that we're watching this morning. ACB is, of course, our leading gapper this morning. Came out with a headline like no other. I mean, guys, their PR was incredible. Breaking into the German market, they appointed a new advisor who is a billionaire. They're exploring potential partnerships, and their billionaire advisor will also advise them on global expansion strategies. He is globally recognized business visionary with a strong track record of constructive engagement to generate accelerated profitable growth. So they try to fit in every single word that would draw in a lot of attention, and in fact it worked. ACB is getting a lot of attention here in pre-market. What else are we looking at this morning? PAVM, this one had a PR this morning as well. Really wanting this one to get on up a little bit, have shorts here. This is an easy chat room pump, guys. Lots of chats coming to these low float penny stocks. Pump them on up, dump them to their chat room members. They came out with groundbreaking implantable intraosseous vascular access device, achieves unprecedented maintenance-free implant duration of over 60 days in preclinical testing. I don't know what any of that means. But anyways, PAVM, I do have shorts here. I will be looking to short this one as it starts ramping on up to about $1.50, $1.75. If we look at the 3-year chart on this one's going to have tough resistance from 150 to about 175. A lot of tough resistance in there. So I will be watching this one, really praying that it starts opening up and spiking. And I'm going to try not to go through FOMO and get too early of a position on it. You guys know with SFIX yesterday, I was pretty patient there. I let that one work for me. I let it define a high of day for me to really risk off of. The problem with my trading sometimes is I go through FOMO. I get a little too early with my starter positions. I don't let them ramp enough. I need PAVM to really get a nice spike out of the gate, define some resistance for me. That way I have predefined risk on it and I'm not just hoping that it starts falling. Another one, of course, I'm watching is TEUM. TEUM, I really want this one to spike out of the gates as well. This one has a high of 550. It's all-time high. Right now it's at 450. Just a few weeks ago it was at 145. So really getting overextended on that one. PAVM, I'm going to be watching this one right out of the gates this morning. So let's go ahead and turn our eyes here. We'll go ahead and pop this one up on the level 2 and get ready to start taking a trade on it. Market will open in 3, 2, 1. Market is now live, guys. PAVM, let's get a little spike out of the gates on this one. PAVM's not really working for us right now. Not getting that spike like I wanted. TEUM is working on up though, so I'm going to turn my attention over to TEUM right now. See if that one can get up to around $5. It's getting up to pre-market highs at 472. TEUM testing pre-market highs here. It's breaking out through it. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to take an entry on TEUM here. I want it to start really getting up towards $5. And there we go. This one's really getting up towards $5 there. I'm going to take a position, 483, just 200 shares. I'm going to be adding into this, risking off of 520. 520 is going to be that risk area. Don't want it above 520. It's already hit 498, so this is good, guys. We're getting into the emotional side of this trade here on TEUM. This is exactly what we talked about here in pre-market. It's exactly what we wanted. I'm risking off of 520. I just added 200 shares there at $5. I'm going to look to add another 200 up around 510. It's losing a lot of that steam that it had behind it. But now what's going on, traders, is there's a lot of shorts. They see that 507 that it's hit, and when this pops up, they're starting to short it because now we have kind of a defined high like I was talking about earlier. So see this candle here, it pops up and gets slammed, guys. Very liquid play, very liquid. It's going to try to get a little bounce off of the VWAP right now. But this one, you guys note, is getting slammed. I mean, every time this one pops on up, it's really getting slammed down. These green candlesticks are really getting heavy, very heavy right now. Probably going to adjust my risk on this, traders, since it has fallen down to 480 from 507. I don't really want this one back above high of day. That's where I'm probably going to stop out the rest of these shares. Because it's fallen a decent amount, about 30 cents off of the highs, I don't really want it back above $5. So now I'm going to be risking off of $5. That's going to be about 8.5 cents there on TEUM. You see how heavy this one gets, guys? I just want you traders to watch this price action. Watch these candlesticks. Every time this one pops up now, it's getting sold off very heavily. But TEUM, this is the first time it's been under the VWAP, so that's a great sign for it to stay heavy. I think a lot of short sellers are now going to be shorting this into really any pop as it continues to unwind. All right, traders, now I'm adjusting my risk even further. I don't want this one back above 495 because we see 495 has really been holding up strong on it with that upper shadow, and then try to test it here as well. So 495 is going to be my adjusted risk. So now I'm risking about 3 or 4 cents for a nice little profit here. What pattern are we forming here, traders? You know what it is. We've been trading it the last few days. I'm going to show you guys. It's a descending triangle. So ACB this morning in pre-market, guess what? We formed that as well. We had a parabolic move into the descending triangle. We have lower highs with base support. When we crack that, we start dropping on off. Yesterday, the same thing, traders, on VVPR. This is textbook trading, guys. VVPR had a nice ramp up and then formed that descending triangle and ended up cracking that. We're seeing the same thing with TEUM right now, traders. We had that ramp up in the morning like we were talking about there in pre-market, and now I am trading the DT. Now, I will be adding into this if it pops up to this upper trend line. If it pops up to 485, 486, I will be looking to add into TEUM, still risking off of that 495 area. If it starts giving it to us now, I'll look to cover a partial on it. All right, traders, I just locked in 200 shares at 470. The other 200, I'm going to let ride on out today, guys, just like I did yesterday with SFIX. Traders, that's going to do it for today. Go ahead and smack that like button, because if you don't, traders, it's going to hurt my feelings. It's going to make me trade emotionally, and we don't want that, guys. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. And traders, we will see you all first thing tomorrow morning.